Merry Christmas, everybody! It's Christmas time! Christmas! Yeah! Alright, so today in the bike shed, we've got a Trek 4300 in. Not much on this one. It's not a full custom build or anything like that, although it's a very nice bike. This one is all about wheels. Bit of an issue with the rear wheel, it's out of dish quite a lot. We need to sort the rear brake out as well, which I'll flip the camera around and show you. And then give the front wheel a little bit of a trim as well, just to make sure that's spot on. So that being said, I will flip the camera, show you what I mean in terms of it being out of dish and what the issue is on the brake, so to speak. And then we'll get the wheel off. I'll whip all the stuff off the wheel. We'll check the dishing on the dishing alignment tool. We'll see whereabouts that is. And then what I'll do is I'll do the best I can to demonstrate how I dish it across, get it all perfectly center. Then we'll get the wheel back on, recenter that brake, pull the brake in so the brake arms are better. And then, yeah, go from there. So this will probably be the last video before Christmas Day. So this will be the last chance I pretty much get to say Merry Christmas to everyone. I will be active in terms of doing stuff. And then go into the new year. I hope it's going to be a fantastic new year, and 2024 brings everyone loads of luck, really, and especially in the UK. I hope the cost of living gets better for everyone, and you know, everyone can have a nice, merry, enjoyable Christmas and spread the love. Spread the love. And just a big thank you for everyone that's been subscribing and showing support for the channel. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I love you guys. Some great comments, some great feedback. I feel that from some of the comments I've been able to help a few people, or just a few tips and so on. But yeah, let's have a fantastic new year and let's get to it. So let's flip it around, have a look, I'll show you, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, blah, 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 blah. Let's do it. So all in all, very nice bike. Still got all the XT group set on there. XT brake arms, and then obviously you've got the levers, Refnal bars, Cane Creek headset, so race face crank. But yeah, so the issue with this one, as you can see, so the alignment, so obviously I can get a finger and wiggle that back and forth there, whereas on that side my finger's stuck and I can't move it. Obviously with the brake arms, they're sticking really far out as well, so what we'll do is we'll swap the big spacer around for the little spacer, which will then allow them brakes to come in. So we'll tow them in and then reset all the brakes up once this wheel is all nice and straight. Obviously if I spin this, it's pretty much instant stop. I have checked that it's fully in the dropouts, so we definitely know that it's in the dropouts. So yeah, let's whip the wheel off and then start dishing. Right, let's check the dishing. So get them each end flat on the rim, and what you want to do, just a quick demonstration, because I've shown this in one or two other videos, is you want to have that little tab bit sitting on the actual lock nut itself, not on top of the axle, on the lock nut, because that's what sits against the frame. Flip the wheel around and then see where you're pretty much at. And you can see there, that's probably 7 mil out of alignment. So it's obviously shifted. Now, feeling some of the spokes, they do feel quite soft. So it looks like it's just detensioned a little bit. So what we can do is, before we do it, we can use that tension, and and then the actual chart itself. So we need to work out the spoke. So these are probably a 1.8, so that's fine. So on there you've got all your little sizes. So yeah, 1.8, 1.7 don't fit. 2 is too big. So 1.8, that gives you the gauge of the spoke. Now, on here, this is your little chart that you can use. So all down the lines, you've got your kind of like steel round and so on there. So steel round, so we're going 1.8. So 1.8 is on that one there. Now, as you can see, 1.8 runs from 11 to 24 down there. Now that's in kilogram force. Kilogram force, are 1 newtons equals like 10 kilogram force. So we'll use the tension chart. So what we can do is put that on the spoke and then basically see what reading that gives you. So as you can see, we're down to about 10 on there, whereas that probably wants to be around the 20, 21 kind of mark. And then we can literally just go around and have a look. So 7, 4, 12, 12, 0, 9. So you get the gist. So basically, a lot of spokes have worked loose. So what we'll do now is we'll get this in the wheel truing stand and we'll start dishing this over, checking the tension on individual spokes. So you want to balance the tension across the actual wheel itself, while obviously maintaining, you keep an eye out on that up and down and left to right. And then we should be able to true this all the way back over, get it central, so it's perfectly straight and dished over with the actual tool. Get that tension all built up. Now, what I usually do with wheels that have slightly worked loose, obviously if you get the tension perfect, you shouldn't have to use spoke freeze anyway, but you can get a fluid which is called spoke freeze, which I've got some here. Spoke freeze, and you can use that to basically just dab on your nipples. Once it's done, it seeps slightly down. It's a bit like Loctite, but designed for spokes. So it's not gonna be that tight. You can't adjust tension in the future. So right, well, let's get this in the wheel truing stand. Give it a spin. See how bad it is, and then start truing that across. Shouldn't take too long. And then once this is all done, I can put the cassette, tie back on, get this all back on the bike, set that brake up, get this bike finished, because this bike needs to, well, I want to get it done anyway, so it's not in my way. And I want to get it back to the gentleman whose bike it is, because this is his kind of more ride around daily kind of thing, and you might want to go riding on Christmas Day. I don't. I sit at home and play games like a child all day with my son. So yeah, let's get to it. Well, you can see it's already out in the truing stand. You can see the gap there. So, oh yeah, there you go. So what I'll do is I'll see where it's rubbing there, check the tension of the actual spoke, and then as I go around, build that tension back up slowly. Don't go too far in. So I will speed run this part of, I'll get the best angle possible, and then I'll speed run this and go boom, 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 and then it should be done. So let's go. Right, so finished truing. I had to tweak a lot there, so a lot of tweakage going on, not twerking, tweakage. A couple of these nipples, which was being a bit of a pain, so I had to loosen them off. But it's now should be dished across, so we'll give that one last little check. So we'll get the tool on, push that all the way down. Remember, onto the lock nut, not the actual top of the axle. So that is now all nice and dished. So that will go back in the bike nice and straight, and I've been around checking the tension. So now on the drive side we're looking at about the 20 mark throughout most of the wheel. I've been around, checked every individual one, and then gone round and gone round. And then same with the non-drive, checking all the tension all the way around, making sure that that's all built up as well. So it's not bad. Ideally, I'm going to probably recommend having this rebuilt. You know, the rim has got some age to it. It's not starting to wear away. It's still quite nice and flat. So all in all, it's just an older wheel set really. Hub's still running nice. So this one will go for quite a few more miles, but given that the nipples are starting to seize, I managed to true and dish across and get a lot of the nipples moving again to get that. So we'll get the cassette on, we'll get the tyre back on, and then I can just finish up this bike, reset that brake, and then I'll just give you a quick run through of what, like, the brake being set up. Because obviously we're going to swap those spacers from one to the other to bring those brake arms so they're not sitting like that, bring them more in line. As you saw at the beginning of the video, you'll see once I've done that at the end of the video. So keep watching, let's go from there. Right, so that's all finished. The back wheel's now all on. So that's all straight, nice free spinning. I've now adjusted up the rear brake and swapped those spacers round. So that's now nicely indexing. All in all, gave the cassette a bit of a clean off, gave the drive a bit of a clean off. I did put some Invisiframe just down underneath, just to keep that a bit nicer and away from the elements. So that is the Trek 4300 generally done. Just a quick tune up and a bit of a wheel true and a brake reset, and it's now all good to go and sitting nicely in. As we saw yesterday, obviously when my finger was in there I could basically wiggle that like that, but now that's there, and then finger on that one as well. So now that's all centered in that frame. Obviously brake arms are now in, so they're not, because they were sticking right out, so they're now in. So that's done. So there we are, another job well done. So another one bites the dust. Everyone have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and good luck for 2024. Hope it's fantastic for everyone, and we'll go from there. So this is me signing out for the last time before Christmas, and I might see you before New Year, probably not, but if not, I'll see you after New Year's Day. Take care. I was going to sing a Christmas song. Why are you putting that on your head?
I don't know.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
I thought it would like balance on my head.
No, you'll get spokes in your head.
But it didn't work.
Bloody kids.